Cut your damn loss, you motherfucker. Hello nieces, hello nephews, it's your Uncle Charles here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where we do unbiased price action analysis. FOMC is tomorrow, chat. Anything can happen. 2 o'clock p.m. Eastern time is when the data will be released, and then Uncle Powell usually come on and talk around 2:30, guys. Watch out, the traps. Trading with the traps is going to be the best thing you can do tomorrow, okay? Yeah, there's usually an initial reaction at 2 o'clock, and then around when Powell speaks, there's a tendency where the market makes the real move. The first move is usually the fake one or to draw people in, and then second move, that's when we get the real move. All right. However, keeping it on the price action and the charts, guys, man, dip buyers seem like they're still alive and well. Now, FOMC tomorrow, anything can happen. Looks like an ascending triangle pattern that we have here, guys, that formed. That means we are in consolidation mode. To break out tomorrow, it needs to get above 516. And to break out this triangle pattern, well, break down, it needs to below 508. So based on this structure, I would assume like we'll get the real move once we break either out of it or down. And with FOMC tomorrow, there's a very, very good chance that we will do more than just fill it and probably break out of it, either to the upside or to the downside. It is our job to stay ready. So if this breaks out in favor of the bulls, above 516 is what you want to see. That's your trigger to go long. It'll also recapture that 2024 trend line. All right. Above 516, all-time high and new all-time highs would be in play, guys. Look to react. Now, the bear case scenario, we got support. Okay. We got support at 514, 512.5, and 511. And then we got the bottom of the trend line, of this trend line. Well, this triangle. It's at 508. Okay. Fib level at 509.6 and then 508. All those support levels must fail, but the main support level that must fail would be 508. We had a lot of bounces off that zone. Buying pressure. If it's lost, that's a sign that the buying pressures are gone and there's not much stopping the bears from going down to fill the gap that we had way back in mid-February. Okay, guys? Do we understand the game plan for tomorrow? Trade in the direction of this triangle, whichever way it breaks out, upside or downside, go get your money. Triple Q gave us a bounce, but it did not quite recapture that 439 level. If it does, bullish. All right, and with FOMC tomorrow, we could get a decent move to the upside if it recaptures, but if it breaks down 437 and 435.5, I don't think the bulls are going to get as lucky as before, and we are likely dropping down to lower lows, maybe all the way down to 430-ish. NVDA is also consolidating in a triangle pattern. Breakout needs above 908. Above 908, bull bias. Now support, as of right now, is at 890. Critical ones all the way down at 873. And then the triangle pattern support would be all the way down to 857.5. It's a big range, a lot of spaces between these levels because NVDA is such a volatile stock. But to break out in favor of the bulls needs above 908. To break down in favor of the bears needs below 857.5. All right, if you guys want more levels from Uncle Charles, consider joining my Discord and I got you. Here is Tesla. Looks like an inside candle setup on Tesla. The mother candle's range is 174.7 all the way down to 165.9. Gotta break down that range. So below 165.9, bearish. Above 174.7, bullish. Anything in between is noise and consolidation. All right. IWM, an open lower today with a gap down, but had some buying pressure intraday. Follow through, got to recapture 203. If it does, we're bullish. It's just that simple. At least for me it is. And if we break down 201 and 199 bearish. Apple is trying to bounce as well. If it can clear, it definitely cleared 175 today. But if it can clear 176.5 tomorrow, that will be bullish follow through at 178 and 180 or higher in play. I'll only switch back to bearish if we get a false breakout setup, which means it need to break back below 175 and 173.5 is to trigger puts. AMD gap down. It gapped down to try to put a bottom in. 185 must recapture to put the gap fill around 190 plus in play, all right? If we break down 180 tomorrow, the sell-off continues with 176 and 173-ish in play. Amazon looked like it had a bounce, a recapture of that orange trend line. I do have a fib level around 175.3-ish, as long as above bullish with 177 and 179 in play. And above 179, I got 181, 183, and 185. I would switch back to bearish if we can break back below 175.3 and of course break down 173. If those levels fail, bearish, we are likely dropping lower than 171.5, maybe all the way down to 169 to fill the gap. Netflix. Stay bullish on Netflix as long as above 617.5. If it can clear 621 tomorrow, 624.4, 627.4, 630, and 632 would be in play. Below 617.4, that's when I would look to short with 615, 612, 610, and 608.2 all back in play. Google bouncing off that 143.5 is, well, it went a little lower, washed below it, but didn't quite break it down. If it wants to bounce, 149 and 150.4 must clear the trigger longs. 147.3-ish fail, we're likely going to fill the gap around 143-ish, maybe even lower. Microsoft also bounced and cleared that 420.8 level. As long as above, I would stay bullish. Right now it's not, but we'll see what happens at the opening tomorrow. If above 420.8, bullish, 422.6, 424 and 426 plus would be in play. Below 420.8 and 419 is when I would look to short, putting 417, 415.7, and 414 all back in play. Meta got a little bounce, but it did still close lower than yesterday overall on the daily chart. Still need a breakout of 497 and 500 to trigger a bigger move to the upside, putting 504, 505.4 or higher in play. Now, to be bearish, it has to break down 494 to trigger shorts, putting 490 and 487 in play. Gonna need some daily chart closers, and if it does that, bearish with 481.5, 480, and 476 all in play for Meta. Here is Bitcoin. We did break down that 67.1K level, failed to break back above 69.3K. Got some correction mode going on here. 63K is one of my fib levels. Breaking it down right now as long as below. I got next support at 62.3K and 61.6K as targets. And below that, I got 59.2K. For me to trust a bounce, gonna have to recapture a lost level. For me, it needs to get above 63K. That's a start. 64.2K and 65.4K for me to trust that a bottom or a bounce is incoming for Bitcoin. All right, let's end this with some DARKPOOL 512.8 once again. We had about 2.5 billion in premium around that area, and then some other areas was 515.7. It was like 900 million, 515.76, and then 515.71, 415 million. So that's over a billion around that area. So definitely watch those levels. All right, let's look at the SPYs flows. It's bearish. Uh-oh. They're bullish. QQQ is bullish. Okay. IWM is bearish. Oh, I got this wrong. Let me fix that. Boom. NVDA is bullish. Tesla's bearish. Huh. I haven't seen that in a while. Apple. Bullish for Apple. AMD is bullish. What? Nothing for Amazon? Netflix is bullish. Okay. GOOG is bullish with the L. Nothing for GOOG with the L. Microsoft is bullish. Meta is bullish. Oh, we're going to finish this without messing up, man. Let's look at Beetle. Nothing for Beetle. Mara. Mara's bullish. Coin. And there you go. It's bullish as well, right? Thank you guys so much. Peace.